What's up, everybody? I'm going to give you a quick overview of where I'm headed now. Quick overview of Video Games Monthly, Retro Game Treasure, and a little bit of Retro Rec Room, and what I'm going to be doing from here on out. Just did a Retro Game Treasure unboxing, and I decided I was going to put in the game that I got this month. And when I put it in, it's a bigger memory game, and I can tell you right now just by looking at, because I went and looked for a box for it, a case. It's not that easy to find these case only, and most of the time you don't always need the manual, but some of these games like this one, I know I need the manual for it. Not necessarily 100%, but having the manual to look through would be more than helpful. I got Power Monger the 1 month, which was really good to have the manual. It was more of a point and click, so you didn't really know what was going on when you were clicking on the icons. They did give you like a brief description, but the manual, when you read through it, gives you more of a description and lets you know more or less what you're doing. Because let me tell you, I was damn confused when I started playing that. So I got out my good old handy backup RAM cart, which if you don't have 100 blocks of memory, you're not going to be playing this game. So I got out my RAM cart, but unfortunately my battery is dead in that, so I ordered 2 new batteries. I can't even try the game out regardless. It did go to the menu, but I can't play the game at that moment. So at this point in time, I think I like having all my Sega CDs in the case, at least in an original case or a CD style case that's like a DVD more or less. I don't like regular jewel cases for those. I really don't. And like I said, finding the cases for them is a little hard, just case only. And some of the games you're getting are, like I say, a $7 to $10 game and complete in box, because it's not really worth anything. It could be 12 to 15. So for a few dollars more, you could have had the whole case and manual. So I think I'm done with Retro Game Treasure at this point. They're a great service. They're definitely not bad. I just can't stand these cases anymore for my Sega CD games. And honestly, that was the main reason I stayed with Retro Game Treasure, because I like getting Sega CD games. But I'm at the point where I think I'm just going to start buying select ones on my own. Uh, They're definitely good. I think it depends also on what they have in inventory each time. Depends on what you get. You do get some shelf fillers, but you do usually get a game or two that's good. I have had a few months that definitely were not great. Um, as far as doubles go, I had Retro Game Treasure for probably 2 years, and maybe even over 2 years. I'm not 100% sure what my date was when I first signed up, but it's been a long time. I got one double out of the whole time I've been with them. Now, I did contact them on that, and they told me to be an extra game in the next month's box, and there was no extra game in the next month's box. But I didn't really care that much. I'm not that upset if I would get a double or if they didn't come through on that. I mean, it's not cool. I could have contacted them, but I'm not really into bothering with that. I kind of look at it as, okay, well, there's a mark. Okay, I'll let this one go. Now, on to Video Games Monthly. Video Games Monthly, another good service. I definitely enjoyed all the games I got. It was expensive to get the amount of games I did get. I did get a double almost every month, which I never usually said it. Once in a while I did, but I usually did get a double. Heck, I even got 2 of the same game. I think it was Grand Theft Auto in the same box. So, I mean, no service will be perfect. But it all comes down to like kind of what you want. I kind of feel that you get a better selection of games, no, not really good, better games more than less, from Retro Game Treasure than Video Games Monthly. I seem like I got more shelf filler from Video Games Monthly. Now, I was never a fan of usually adding all the boxes up. I usually did it once in a while. I never did it all the time. So I don't know if my boxes were ever above the mark or below it. Retro Game Treasure, I tended to do that on because it was only 3 games, 4 games, and I'd like to know roughly what the Sega CD game is, because if it comes in this, and I could have got it in the original jewel case, I would have preferred it in the jewel case. But it's like a $35 game probably in the jewel case. So I mean that's not bad. It's a $15 game, but without that manual, and now that I know my backup RAM card is shot and I lost all the stuff that was on there, you know, I think it's time that I'm done with that service. And like I said, Video Games Monthly, another great service. It's just I don't need any more shelf fillers, and I'm just kind of over that service. I mean, they send out doubles to a lot of people, and I actually wrote them an email months ago saying that, hey, you know what, I don't contact you all the time, but you know, you send me doubles. I just throw them into my attic. I have a ton of doubles in my attic. I mean, I probably have a couple hundred doubles of games in my attic, so it's not really like that detrimental to me that I have another double. It's just I don't need any more doubles, and I'm done kind of with shelf fillers, and that's more or less what I was getting all the time. I did get good games, but I did get a lot of shelf filler. Even the Dreamcast, which a lot of the Dreamcast games came from them that I didn't purchase a lot of my own, but they're sports. They're not games that I'm probably even gonna play. They're even brand new. I'm not even more than likely gonna open the cellophane on them. But it was a good service. I'm just basically to the point where I'm gonna stick with Retro Rec Room at this point. It seems to be a lot easier, and there's so many good games out there that are, say, $18, $17, and you just know that you're not going to be getting those games 9 out of 10. Well, I'd say almost 10 out of 10 in one of those other services. And you can even get like a $20 game and up in that service, which is nice. You get to try it out. You're renting to purchase if you want, which is nice. You don't have to keep the game if you don't want to. The other thing is they will let you just send them a list. Now, I haven't sent them one yet, but the amount of time that I spent constantly inventorying for Video Games Monthly, it was literally just too much, because I have every system that I wanted to collect for, which was a fair amount. They're all pushing 200. They're at least at 150. Some are almost at, my 64 is at, I think, 198, 199. So I don't want to have to worry about sending those companies a spreadsheet, period. I'd rather just send a spreadsheet to Retro Rec Room at one point or another, and then have it go from there. The spreadsheet that you use, or the list on Video Games Monthly, is not fun. It's a royal pain in the butt. The one on Retro Game Treasure is great. You can enter your own stuff in, and they put the games in for you when they send them to you, so you only have to add what you pick up personally. So, I mean, that's great. I mean, I don't mind spending some time inventorying, but it took a lot of time to just enter it into my system, then into their system, and sometimes I had to search in their system, because it could be written one way, or they'll include Disney on this game, but not on this game. And in this game, Nickelodeon will be included on it, but this game it's not included on. So you were constantly like jumping around, which, you know, I spend time already cleaning each game when I get it. I don't want to waste the time inventorying anymore. I'd rather inventory what I personally am going to start getting. On top of that, I was not going to deal with RetroMikey 78. I watched all of his videos. I have for basically since he started his channel, I think. And he watches mine, and I seen all the videos that he was getting these doubles in. I never made a comment on them, but he got super annoyed with it, and I don't blame him for it. Hell, I told him about it, and they didn't even care about me telling them. So I'm done with them, and I'm going to keep moving on. I'm going to do the same thing as RetroMikey 78, and I am going to start doing probably 3 boxes of Retro Rec Room, and no more Video Games Monthly. No more Retro Game Treasure. That's it. It's just going to be Retro Rec Room. I'll probably do the same thing, 2, 3. I already do 2 boxes, so I might do 3 off and on once in a while. Because like I said, you can send the games back if you don't want them. Also, I think I'm going to start doing more on just my pickups, since I'm not doing those. Because a lot of the stuff I get is a lot better than what I'm getting in Retro Game Treasure or Video Games Monthly. Now, some of the stuff I've gotten so far in Retro Rec Room has been phenomenal, and I mean phenomenal. But I buy better stuff on my own, which most people do. Um, I want to concentrate more on my 32X collection. I think I'm about 12 away, maybe 11. I do want to get the box for one. I think it's Afterburner. That's one system that I want all the boxes for with the game. The only one I might not go for the box on would be the Spider-Man one. But the other ones I have all in the original boxes, and I want the rest of them all in it. I already have the Sega CD ones for the 32X as well, and they're all in original boxes. So I want to be able to do that as well, and having all those other services is financially a little hard to complete some of these things that I want to do, because it's just dragging on and on and on, because I can't do all of them at one time. The other one I want to finish is the 64. I can't do that and have the double pack from Video Games Monthly. I debated on keeping them, but after they deleted a comment, I called it quits on them. I thought it was ridiculous. So I'm going to start doing Retro Rec Room, 2 to 3 boxes, my pickups, and that should be about it. I'm going to do more gameplay. I am going to start doing, when I get the battery for this in the mail, I'll do a video of that. I'll record swapping that bad boy out. And that's pretty much where we're going to be at now with what I'm going to be showing off. I'd like to give a shout out to RetroMikey78. Can't wait to see what we get, man. I'm going to love these boxes. Alrighty, everybody. Have a great night.